And there is far more in this document than just sex ed curriculum.
Yeah, there's actually drug information and the dangers thereof, Cynthia. Come 2 weeks from now, kids are going to start learning about substances, whether they be smoked or swallowed, and the dangers and the risks of them. For the first time in Ontario classrooms, kids will be learning about cannabis, opioids, vaping, and we'll be getting more info on the dangers of alcohol.
It includes new elements like cannabis, knowledge that didn't exist given the legalization. It includes new elements from vaping to opioid use to consent in the earliest years.
Starting in grade 5, the curriculum will, quote, describe the short and long-term effects of alcohol use and identify factors that can affect intoxication. Starting in grade 6, it suggests teachers ask students, quote, how can your peers influence your decisions about using drugs, smoking, or vaping? And how might you respond to those influences? It also recommends teachers suggest to kids that they don't hang out with friends who use drugs, smoke, or vape.
We introduced vaping, which did not exist in the 2015 curriculum because more people are turning to vaping as an alternative to smoking. When we introduced new elements on cannabis, because in the 2015 version, legalization under the federal Liberals didn't exist. And now it's legalized and increasingly normalized. So we've included robust knowledge about the cognitive impacts, adverse impacts of consumption of drugs, particularly of cannabis.
Reaction on the right is mixed.
When it comes to children and banned substances and narcotics, I believe that we should take a more measured approach and extreme caution.
I'd rather it not be talked about at all.
I have yet to see in which manner it's dealt with, but it's legal in Canada. I think that my concern is for the safety and well-being of children.
Though evangelical leader Reverend Charles McVitie is actually down with this idea.
You know, I love that part of the curriculum, and that needs to be expanded upon.
You don't mind cannabis coming up in school?
No, we need to learn about it.
Now, Ontario students are not the first to get these kind of lesson plans about drugs. A growing number of U.S. states are including information about opioids in their curriculums amid a growing opioid epidemic south of the border.